Hi, Christy here. I'm in my Akashic Records again. I'm going to try something a little different today. Oftentimes I start exploring a topic with the records open, but I'm not asking questions. And when I do readings for people and readings for myself, the questions are really very fruitful. So today I'm going to try asking questions while I'm in the records instead of sort of meandering around and letting them sort of in the background inform me. Instead, I'm going to try to go directly. So one of the questions that came to mind this morning is, how do we become more forgiving and more open-hearted? And I'm asking this question because there's a protest coming up, No Kings 3.0. It's extremely important to me. As you know, if you followed my journey at all, I've gone from being a voter to being pretty politically active because I'm very concerned about what's going on in our country. In the US, I'm very concerned about democracy. So I have a friend who's not going to the protest. She does believe in democracy, but she's not going. And not because of something that I would say would be a reason not to go. Like, that thing could be done else another time. The protest can only be done this time. So part of me is annoyed, bothered, disturbed, disturbed that she's not doing it and disturbed that I cannot. I'm not trying to be forceful or pushy or anything, but there's part of me that wants to persuade. And what I feel is called for here is to be more forgiving and more open-hearted. So I'm going to ask that question, what did it take for people in general to be more forgiving and more open-hearted, and see what that looks like. Interesting. So what's coming back to me is this sense that we're all, of course, doing our best, but also we're all having a unique experience in this lifetime and in every lifetime, where what moves us is not going to be identical, and that's okay. Part of me, I hesitated because part of me doesn't feel like it's okay. So the records are saying it's okay, and I'm like, no, I don't agree. I don't want it to be that way. So that's another interesting question, is how do I be with my own reluctance to accept, my own reluctance for people to be different than I am. I want everyone to be there, and I'm aware that I have that preference. And of course, at a conscious level, I'm very aware that there are people that are not only not going to be there, they're going to be very angry that it's going on. There are perhaps going to be the people that go by and give the middle finger. There's certainly a lot of people that realistically you couldn't expect to be there. But anyone who's an ally, I feel like, oh, you please, 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 please come. And the records are bringing back the idea that whatever goes on is perfect for us. So it's perfect for her not to go. Fingers crossed she'll change her mind in the next few days. But, if that's what she ends up deciding, that's perfect for her. It's also perfect for me to decide, whether I'm going or not. I am going. And to give a lot of room to anyone who decides that not coming is important to them. So I just put my watch on Do Not Disturb. I have upgraded my recording program. My old version, I had it set up so that it would automatically go into Do Not Disturb whenever I recorded. Haven't done that yet. So that's pretty interesting. So to me, it looks like the being open-hearted part is accepting reality and being clear that everyone is moved in their own way. And the more room we can make for people to make their own decisions, the more room we make for ourselves to make our own decisions. And also the more room we make for us to be, not have to be the one that persuades. Like, what's wrong with me that I can't persuade this person to go? Oftentimes in the records I get these things of what's wrong with me that I can't convince someone to stop smoking, or whatever the thing is, when I have clients come, or, get their daughter to stop taking drugs, or whatever. There's this piece of they're doing what's right for them, the child in that scenario, and the parents doing what's right for them as well. All right. Next question I've written down, how might we move from hate to love? So someone posted a story about a protester who went by and said, "I hate you." And someone responded, "I love you." And the guy drove away and then came back and said, "I said I hated you. Why did you say you loved me?" And the person said, "Because I don't want to live in a country that's filled with hate. I want us to come together." Something to that effect. And he nodded and drove away, which is, it's a fascinating story. I happen to know that it's true because I know who told the story. But how can we move from hate, which is so strong, it's so intense, it's so attached, that hate is really because there's a position that we're defending, is what I'm seeing here. And so to move from hate to love looks like opening your hands, like letting go of deep attachments and allowing yourself to be more present and be more open, both with your heart and your mind, to what might be a new place, a new way of being with yourself, a new way of being with others, a new way of being with all that is. And so the moving there to me is a letting go, letting go, letting go. And if you know anything about the ancient healing art of Jyutsu, part of one place where you can let go is safety energy lock 1. We want these positions in our bodies to always be open. It's the safety energy lock 1 is located on the inside back of your knees. It's a great place to hold for letting go, for releasing, for being more present, for exhaling as well. And so then, to me, as I'm looking in here, there's the letting go, and then the love is the letting in. It's the letting in the feelings of warmth, the feelings of connection, the feelings of kindness, the feelings of compassion. If some guy drives by and says he hates someone, there can be a temptation then to hate him back. "Oh yeah, I hate you too," instead of, "I love you. Even though you're hating me, I love you because you're a fellow human and you're on this journey with me." In this time of cruelty and lack of empathy, lack of compassion, lack of humanity, we get sort of immersed in this hatred and outrage instead of turning toward what's more expansive, what opens our hearts more, what makes us more able to receive one another and more able to receive ourselves. Very interesting. All right, so next question. How do we evolve collectively? Can we give, and I wrote down, can we give examples? So as I look in here, there's 5 causes and conditions we look for in the records for why things are the way they are: past lives, ancestral patterns, family of origin, childhood, and environment, sort of the people we're around. And they're talking a lot right now about both past lives and environment. And of course, your family of origin and your childhood environment's impacting there as well. But if we're around people who have aspirations to become more loving, to become more caring, to become more compassionate, to take more, additional compassionate actions, that sets an example for us, right? If you see someone doing something very generous or very kind, that may inspire you to do the same. If you see someone, rescuing an animal, I think that's part of why seeing videos of rescued wildlife or rescued domestic pets or something is kind of this heart-opening thing, because we're seeing love in action. And having seen that, it's sort of imprinted in us that we could do something differently as well. And we could follow the example of these people. Obviously, if you see something awful going on, you could follow that example, but hopefully it becomes repulsive, repugnant, something that repels you, that you don't want to follow suit. And you want to move to a place where the world is more loving. I mean, there's so much hate right now, and it's tempting to hate the haters, but it's not constructive. And I'm not saying, oh, they're fabulous, but can we find ways to find love, perhaps not directly for that person, but to grow it elsewhere, where there's fertile ground, because there might not be any fertile ground there. You never know. I mean, it doesn't hurt, but it could be something tangential, something nearby, something that can crack open something that you never thought was possible. All right, that's about the length of time I normally try to go here, about 10 minutes. So I hope you found some of this helpful and interesting. I'd love to hear in the comments below how you move internally from hate to love. Is that something you consciously try to do? Whether it's toward yourself, Safety under Lock 13, having no enemies, including yourself. Is it moving from hate to love for self, for others, for all that is? I'd love to hear in the comments below. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And in the meantime, please go be brilliant.